Yeah, Diane, we are live, we are online. Hello, YouTube. And we can get started from the question number two. The question number one we already answered. And the question number two is, do you consider yourself as a religious person? I don't know, Victoria, can you start this one?
Well, I have a religion, but I do not consider myself a religious person. I think this is this is in this case this is related to what I think about when I imagine a religious person. I think
Interesting question.
I have a religion, but I have my attitude. It's more spiritualized person. I don't know if it is right. This word.
No, that's
Yeah.
okay. That you always right. We're not here to correct, as you perhaps you know. So you're free to speak whatever you want. But this is an interesting answer, I would say. And Pedro, do you agree? Do you consider yourself as a religious person?
No, I'm not a religious person, but
Not at
I
all.
have my I don't know. I believe in my crenças. I don't know in English crenças, but I don't go a temple or a church. But I have one religion for me in my life. I believe in rock and roll religion. But in resume my life, I believe in rock and roll. I live with this, but it's not a official religion, no. But is other religion, Christianity or Buddhist or every religion. I do not consider a religious person.
Do you consider yourself a taster, for example? Don't believe in anything?
No, I believe, but I believe more in you is good, other person is good for you. You I don't know English, but you colhe o que planta, you know? For me, I respect other religions, but for me is bullshit. You is go one temple, for example, but in your personal life you not practice
Yeah.
The swords of the temple. I don't know. You
No,
understand me?
Like, I believe you are doing something, not doing, but speaking about hypocrisy and people that lives in the, their life in the temple and in the social life. We understood. Nice answer. And you, Dayani, what would you say?
I don't consider myself a religious person. I used to be very religious when I was younger, but now I'm not currently religious. I don't have a faith, I do not believe in like mistake things or something like that. So I'm very skeptical about everything, even like astrology, this kind of thing. I do not believe. So that's it. But I used to be, but nowadays, no, I can't.
No, I'm surprised because I imagine that's something you would say. Yes, I'm religious. I'm a Catholic. I don't know. I believe in Assembleia de Deus or something. But I'm surprised, and I'm not religious as well. I'm considering myself agnostic, and I don't know. Uh, God, God to me doesn't exist, but if so, I don't know. I had another idea of him or her, I don't know. And I would say I once I was grow up as a Catholic, but nowadays I'm almost a Buddhist because Buddhist is perfectly, but not a religious things, but this is the way of life. It's perfectly. I recommended does I recommended this practice. I've been improving myself, I would say. And next one, guys, is question number 3. So, Pedro, can you read this one for us and passing?
Yes. How does one practice forgiveness of self and others from a religion's point of view and from a no-religion point of view? The question is complicated, but for me, it's complicated. In religions, a point of view about religions, it's more simple. You forgive me and okay. You don't you not remember the past, and you live the now and the future. But it's non-religions and in the real life is more complicated. I don't know. For me, it depends the situation. Have big situations or small situations, and I don't know.
Don't worry.
For me, I forget a big problem. I cut the relationship for other people. For me, is more simple. Or small problem. I talk to people and resolve the problem. Depends the situation.
I believe that is exactly,
I
but
believe the talk is good and is more easy to resolve the problem.
mhm.
And talk other people, the problem is accumulated and uh, and transform in big problem, for example.
No, really good one. Exactly, I would say. And you, Diane, what do you think?
I think that it's very similar, the forgiveness from a religious point of view and a
Really?
non-religious point of view. Yeah, I just think that the only thing that maybe that is different is the way that you justify it, because I think that forgiveness in general is like when you know that someone like committed a mistake and you know that that person is a human and then they can prove, and not and do not commit that again. But when you are religious, you justify it like I'm forgiving you because you are human, but also because I don't want to have this bad feeling here and like have a negative relationship with God because this feeling that I'm like I'm saving in my heart, So when you are not religious, you are just like being empathetic with the person without any justification, like religious justification. But when you are religious, I think that you have this other thing, like justifying your action. But the forgiveness itself, I think that is very similar. It's just like you're being empathetic with the person and knowing that they are a human and know that commit mistakes and etc. I don't know. At least for me, it's very similar. The action
That
itself.
for me is very different, really. I'm no way. I would say when you're religious, we have to practice forgiveness because God's say so. God's must not you must forgiveness. You must forgive because God likes that. God must you do this exactly the same because on the Bible is on the other books. But when you're not religious, I believe you're not obligated. For example, personal history. recently, a, not a people, but a person made, I would say, bad, not not bad feelings, but bad attempts to me, and I would never forgive her because I'm not religious. I'm not obligated to forgive. The no one is will punish me for that, so I won't forgive her. But if I was religious, everything changes. But I understand your point that there's a really good one. And
Exactly.
you, oh,
But
sorry.
it looks, just to complement, it looks, I agree with you, because when you are not religious, it looks like that it's something just moral, like
Yeah,
you have to forgive just as a moral person, but you don't have this religious things that is like, oh, you will be
yeah.
punished if you don't forgive. I agree with you. It's a little bit different.
No, I sleep very well in the nights.
Yeah.
I
Because
don't think
you
of
don't
that.
have this guilty, right?
Exactly, this guilt from God or from another entity. And you, Victoria, what do you think?
Well, I have I have a point of view, and and through my life, I deal it with this another point of view. It is like this. I'm not Christian. My religion is Umbanda, but I grew up in a Christian family. So I learned from a very young age that I had to forgive the person who hurt me, even though I didn't do anything wrong, and this person just came out from nothing and hurt me. I had to forgive. If I Because if I don't, I wouldn't be forgiven as well. And I never agree with that. I never believed in that because I think it is not fair, and in my experience in this religion I grew up, it is not my religion right now. I was thinking as a child, if if this God I know, if he is fair with people, he will understand that I did nothing wrong and I was mistaken, you know. And this is still my belief. I think if you didn't do anything wrong and someone hurt you, you are not obligated to forgive, even if you have a faith. But it is something in our society, and especially in religious communities, Christian or Umbanda or Buddhist, whatever, that you have to forgive. But what I see from the point of view of someone who has a religion is that forgive this other person is a way of releasing yourself from the bad feelings, Re- releasing yourself, letting that go. But I know this is not something easy.
No, I totally understand, I would say, because I believe that most of us here grew up in the Christian family. And when you put aside all the dogmas and all their thoughts, it's not easy, and I understand that it's not fair. I believe in this religion, Christianity, to me personally, is not fair. Thanks God, there's not Christians here. Christians track that would fight with us, but I understand. I totally understand. Thanks for sharing. That is the real thought I would imagine when I create the question. Thanks for that. And the next one is, what does it mean to forgive? I mean, the act, the verb of to forgive someone to all of you is to completely forget what someone has done, or just let it go, or another thought? Diane, what means to forgive to you?
I think I have mentioned a little bit in the previous question, but for me, it's like something related to empathy. You know, when it's like
Yeah.
when you know, you can recognize that even you being you feeling sad with what that person did, you know that it was something punctual, you know, and it was like a mistake that everyone can do, you know, like you can recognize that and at the same time know that that person can change. So you bet that that person will change, so you understand everything, and you know, you kind of say like, I know that you have committed a mistake, I forgive you, like I know that you will not commit that again, and I can understand your point of view, you know. It's something like that. I think that is more related to empathy in my point of view. Forgive is very similar to empathize with the person and know
Mhm.
that they can change.
And enjoy this question. I question the next one. Do you have to forgive to move forward, in your opinion?
I believe that we need to forgive to move forward, because if we don't do that, we can like be stuck in the same place, you know, thinking overthinking about what that person did. And when you do that, you kind of avoid having another relationships, for example, in when we are talking about cheating, for example. If you don't forgive, you overthink about that situation and you avoid knowing other people, because you think that everybody will do the same thing that that person did, for example. And you, I don't know, I feel that you be stuck when you don't forgive. So I think that we need to forgive to move. Otherwise we'll just have this bad feeling, you know, all the time, and it's negative for us.
That perfectly. I would say I would totally agree with that. And you, Pedro, what does it means to forgive? Is it exactly the same that Diane, or do you have the other idea?
Yes, I agree. The Diane talk for me. Forgive. You forget or elevate the situation, or elevate the person, but it's complicated in real life. Depends the situation. Uh, Diane said a relationship, for example, uh, depends the situation, or one friend, or family. I don't know. For me, you forget or elevate the situation and go in your life. But about the question number 5, I believe is not obligatory. Is you forgive other person? For example, I don't know, the question is about the person or the situation, but I believe it's not obligatory. But for me, you forgive you one person or situation. You I don't create a new problem in my life. For example, for me, I forgive and I forget. You know, forgive and forget, a similar word, but is more good for my life. This I have my personal problems, and I don't like the new problems or new bad things in my life. Uh, this problem involve other people. Do you forgive and forget, or you elevate and create a new life? Other people, for example.
That I believe that this is about relationship. We have to move forward. We must we must. How you can live, and for example, in a relationship that you wouldn't trust, or just let it go, or move forward. That is the key. And you, Victoria, what does it mean to forgive to you?
I think for me, it is about moving on, and releasing the bad feelings. I don't think I'm not the person who forgets after forgiving. I stay with what happened in my mind, but I I know what happened. I do not forget, but I understand that the person made a mistake, and if if this person shows up a different attitude, maybe we can be friends again. Maybe we can continue the relationship. But I tend to not give a shit about it and don't want contact with person when they hurt my feelings.
But interesting. And
For me, forgiving
you,
is
I'm
not
sorry.
forgetting.
There was a
Sorry.
delay on no, there was a delay on my laptop. You guys were frozen for 1 second.
Okay.
Just for sure, not for sure, but for the notes, your answers reminds me a movie. It's on the chat. Is The Wrath of God. Is Argentinian movie. In Portuguese is A Ira de Deus, but it's not anything related with God. It's about a woman that work as an assistant to the Argentinian's writer, and she blamed him for the all deaths of her family. And the movie is almost 2 hours that discuss about what what did he do? Did he kill her family or not? But did she kill her family or too? That's a good movie. That's about to forgive something and move forward. And good recommendation. I'm not sure if it's available in Netflix, but feel free to check this out. Next one, guys, is what brings you meaning in life? Feel free to speak whenever you want and thinking, because it's not a good answer. Victoria, to you, for example, what brings you meaning in life? That's I don't know, the meaning of life.
I think what brings for me meaning in life is exploring new things, new ideas, and expressing myself, and experiencing new things. It's something that makes me want to live more. There's no such profound meaning for me, but enjoy the moment.
Simply, easy, and straightforward. And you, Pedro, what is the meaning of life to you, honestly?
Yeah, I agree the Victoria. I live in day by day. Every time for me, new moments, new opportunities, new ideas. I don't believe more in create dreams. I don't create dreams more. No, I create dreams, but I don't I don't know, sustento my dreams. I live in day by day. Today I imagine a new opportunity, or I see one new things for me, and I imagine this. But tomorrow I change my idea. For example, I leave a one opportunity or a new idea, and my mind change. But for me, I forget the question, the meaning in life.
Exactly.
That's it. Is moments. For me, one new moment in my life is important. I learn new things every day. For example, in my days I work other people, other countries, for example, and the people's teachings and new things every day is for me. The different cultures, and for me, this is important. But it's not important for I don't know, change of word, or this is my important change of my mind. I learn in teaching every day the other people, for example.
Yeah, I would say the moment is the better than keep dreaming. But I'm still believing in dreams, and one day it can be true. And you, Diane, what means to you meaning of life?
For me, I think that is very similar to what Victoria said. For me, it's exploring new things, learning new things too, having new experiences, having good time with the with the people that I like. This kind of thing, assim, this kind of thing.
I love the Portuguese in the middle of the English.
Yeah, I think there's just like that. It's complicated when you don't have a religious, or you don't believe in something like more like abstract, because your meaning of life is something very material, like
Yeah.
very objective. So it's complicated. But for me, that's it.
Yeah, exactly the same. It's material, being a car, not being a car, but having a car or something. But to me, it's about to learn, just learning whatever you think, or learning not the maximum of information. That's for me, I would say, is my meaning of life, because life personally is meaningless. Don't make no sense. We are here and we are living, or not, perhaps. So just enjoy the ride and keep it up. And the next one, guys, is what is no, I'm sorry. The question number 7. Yeah, I believe it's 7. How do you define spirituality? Let's hear it from the people, not people, but the person who has a religion. So Victoria, how do you define spirituality to you?
I think for me, it's something natural. As a person who believes in spirits and gods, entities, these things, I think spirituality for me is something natural, and not everyone will experience this in life, and it's okay. And it's something diverse. It's something, if a person experiences, this is totally, I don't know the word. This is totally individual. So it's something diverse for me, and natural and diverse, and it's okay if someone doesn't experience that.
Perfectly answer. And you, Dayani, how do you define spirituality? We have another concept, I believe.
I don't know. I think that is complex, but for me, it's like when someone believes in something that cannot be seen. Like not just God, but everything that it's not material. When someone believes in something like that, I think that it can be considered spirituality. So it's simple to define, but it's complex at the same time.
Perfectly. And you, Pedro, how do you define it?
I think this is life of after death, other plans, other moment this life, but this is one point of view that I don't know these Christians or other religions believe about this, but in general, I see semblance and religions in general believe in life of death in different forms. But for me, spirituality, that is life after death.
And do you believe in life after death or
Yes,
absolutely
I
not?
believe. I believe.
Curious, I would bet that you wouldn't for some
I
reason.
believe in life of after death. I believe in I don't know, extraterrestre. I believe in theories of conspiracy.
That we have another 3 topics in the next
Yeah.
in the next Saturday. Conspiracies, the life after death. But and I think it's for me, I don't know, spirituality is me personally, it means to connect nature, God, entity, I don't know, spirituals that if you believe that spirituals do exist, that you can connect with them and learn with them. But I don't, but I know that people who believes and I think that is connect with various ways to and various ways and with many things, different ones. That is the we almost running out the questions finally because not next but last meetings and we don't ever get the question number 3 said. And question number 8 is, what is the difference between religion and spirituality? And that's the personal answer as well, so you don't have to write in wrong here. Diane, what is the difference to you between religion and spirituality?
For me, religion is when you have not just the faith, but you also have the traditions, the rituals that you have to do, the institution that you have to go. And spirituality, I think that is more related to faith. When you believe in something, I think that it can be considered spirituality, even when you don't do the rituals, you don't go to the church, for example. So for me, that's it.
Man, nice, really nice one. And you, Victoria, what is the difference between religion and spirituality to you?
I think religion is more about having a structure, something you follow to. And for example, I have a religion. It is aligned with my faith, but I just entered this religion because it resonates with my spirituality. I think the difference between religion and spirituality is something, it's inside of you. It's something, it's a feeling, it's your skill to connect with something bigger than you. Even if it's God or spirit or even your highest self, your consciousness or nature, whatever. Spirituality for me is the ability to connect yourself to something else, to something bigger and greater. You consider greater than you. But religion is something we human beings created to understand and to organize spirituality in our society. That's my point of view.
Perfectly complex questions, but agree. I couldn't agree more. And you, Pedro, what is the difference between religions and spirituality to you?
Yes, religion. I don't know. Religion, this status or a one. I don't know the expression, but I see different religions in world, but I don't think this religion, one religion is correct or other religion is correct. The people have your choice in living your religion. Is not problem for this, but I see people using the religion one status. For example, I remember in my teenager years is common you 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 ask one the people what is your religion, and I am Catholic, for example, and you go in a church or you have a Bible? No, but it's more common. Many people is Catholic. Yeah, I Catholic too, but it's not practical. The Catholic, I don't know, laws, Catholic laws. I don't know the ensinamentos, but I see today. This is my point of view. This religion is more status of society, and spirituality is, I don't know, one thing more inside for you. I don't know, but I believe that spirituality you do not show other people. This is a personal situation, and religion, people using more a status. It's not general. I believe that the people is very religious, but I see the people are around of me or in social medias. This.
No, I would say it's a complex. The question, your answer was complex, like the Victoria and Diane as well. But I totally agree. I believe is religious is about status, and spirituality is a totally person. The guys are back. Welcome back, Wanda, Fabio, Maria Luisa. How is okay? How was the conversation? Everything is all right. Nice. And we are
That's
getting
great.
here. Oh, sorry, please.
I think the conversation was emotional for me
Maybe.
because it helped me to have some insights about life, about forgiveness, about spirituality. And Fabio and Wanda was great with their definitions and views of life. And it was a good topic for me. I really like it.
Nice. Really want feedback. Everything is all right to you as well, Fabio?
Yes, it was a good moment with Wanda and Maria Luisa. It's always good you heard others' point of view. It's so good. What's so good?
And we are getting here. Just the question number 9. In one word, all of you thinking, when do you feel most at peace? Quando é que tu se sentes em paz? Just please thinking of one word, one place, for example, Wanda, when do you feel most at peace?
Most of peace in my bed at night when I turn off the lamp and I stay in my bed and I stay so grateful. Oh God, thank you for everything for this day.
Really good one. I loved this moment. And you, Fabio, when do you feel at most peace?
And when I have my moment with my dog, he's lying in my bed. Like I said to Wanda and Maria, he was my present of God. He saved my life, and is definition of peace for me. Be
Perfectly.
with him.
Lovely. It was lovely. And you, Maria, when do you feel the most at peace to you?
When I am with my family, when I can enjoy there, when I can be with when I can be with there and enjoy moments. I think that's it, because now I am away from my family, and
I totally
and
understand.
and I think it's very hard, but that's it. When I am with my family, I feel in peace.
Peace. Lovely. And you, Diane, when do you feel the most in peace?
At night too, specifically Friday night, because I can be with my boyfriend, I can rest, and sleep a lot in this next day. So for me, it's perfect.
The weekend. And to you, Fredo, when do you feel most at peace?
In my days, my best moment at peace, I go to my bed and sleeping. But in my life, the best moment of peace, when I travel old locations, especially historical locations. I love this, and for me, this location, this energy of the locations is for me create a peace moment.
No, different answer. And you, Victoria, when do you feel the most at peace?
I think it's when I'm going to sleep. I have the habit of praying to my faith, and I feel in peace. I feel like I have everything I need, even if I'm going through a hard moment. I have my home. I have an amazing husband. I am in I am in peace, This is when I feel in peace. I pray and I go to sleep.
Joyful. Guys, I think it's time is up for today. We got all the questions. It was a pleasure to have all of you here. Here's the survey. Like we always say, you can criticize, make your suggestions, say something good, say something not good, and pode desabafar também. And whatever you want. What else? Thank you one more time, Pedro. Welcome, Victoria, Luisa, Fabio for the first time. It was really nice to see you again, Diane and Wanda. And I think that is. Bye, guys. See ya next Saturday.
Thank you.